stress has become such a common part of our lives these days that we've just kind of, I think, accepted the fact that we're going to have stress. And there's eustress, there's good stress. Eustress is the kind of stress that helps you wake up in the morning. Eustress is what gets you to an appointment on time. Eustress is what helps you to prepare for something that might be a stressful activity or event. Distress, once it crosses over to distress, that's when it becomes problematic.
So when you have an event that feels stressful, and in this case, we have an event that has felt stressful for a very long time. We call that complex trauma, right? So we're experiencing these events that are happening for a really long time. Our brain looks at an event that feels stressful and perceives it as danger. And so the way that that works in your brain is that the amygdala recognizes danger right in the middle of your brain. It's not a logical part of your brain, it's a feeling part of your brain. And your brain recognizes this danger and goes to the hypothalamus and says, send stress hormones everywhere. And the reason they do that is because our brains are prepared to fight or flight. That's really great if you're camping and there's a bear in your campground. It's not so great if you're trying to take a test or get out of your house for the first time in a long time. And so our brain just perceives danger as danger. It doesn't delineate between. The problem with that is that we've been in long-term stress. And so what can happen is we can get into a state of hyperarousal where our brain starts perceiving everything as danger.
So we tend to get all this chaos going on, this chemical chaos going on, and it actually, so stress and adrenaline literally redirects your blood flow. It turns off your prefrontal cortex, which is where you, that's how you engage with the world. That's our problem-solving tools. And if we can't access those tools, then there's a lot of our modern day stressors that we can't resolve if we can't access our tools. It also turns off your guts. So those are the two biggest energy consumers that we have on board. Kind of like turning off the air conditioner in your old car when you ran low of gas. Your body is trying to conserve energy so that it can escape whatever it is that it's deemed as danger.
We have a dumping of those kind of adrenaline-like neurotransmitters or hormones in our bodies that help get us through a stressful situation. And in the short term, that's fine. It's a survival technique. But when you're in a stressful situation for a longer period of time and you have that chronic elevation of those stress hormones, that starts to cause all kinds of damage to your bodies. It has implications for how your heart works. It can increase your blood pressure. It can cause trouble with your vasculature, increased levels of hypertension and hypercholesterolemia over periods of time, increase in morbidity and mortality all across the board because of living in this chronic elevated stressful state. We know it has implications for our immune status, for our reproductive status, and some of the things that I think are easier for people to recognize are kind of your day-to-day functioning, picking up on starting to feel fatigued and run down, and maybe you're getting sick more often, you're catching every little cold that comes through, a lot of GI trouble, feeling like you're not digesting things, maybe you're gaining weight or losing weight. And so even though we talk about stress and pull yourself up by your bootstraps, there are real effects on our bodies, and long term it really changes kind of our overall health picture.
Men and women actually experience that a little bit differently. Sometimes men get more irritable, sometimes women get more weepy or cry or tearful. It's a feeling of overwhelming. Some people progress into like panic attacks where they, kind of shut down or feel like they can't breathe or that they're suffocating. So stress can be very physically overwhelming as well as mentally overwhelming.
We are running on fumes on a constant basis, which is not healthy for anybody. And that includes healthcare workers, that includes mental health care workers.